Hey, so I'm heading off to bed. It's late. It's been a long day of networking and talking to people and meeting a lot of really fantastic, successful people and just hearing what each one of them have to say. I spent my day having some interesting experiences, which I'm going to share. I was on a kick about The Secret. I don't know if you've read the book or seen the movie, but it's pretty much about the power of attraction. That any successful person out there has related themselves to this power of attraction. That what you think, what you put out into the universe, you get back to you. And it's not just something that I'm making up. This happens with a lot of wealthy people, and they can tell you this, that their mindset is the main thing that took them from point A, being broke, to point Z, being wealthy. You can't get wealthy by telling yourself, oh God, I'm broke, I have bills to pay, I need money, my rent is late, my car is going to get repossessed. Alright, those aren't thoughts that are going to lead to success. Thoughts that are going to lead to success, whether they're true or not, they don't have to be true, and that's the point. Things that you say to yourself that are positive are going to manifest in reality into something positive in your life. For instance, I was watching this really fantastic webinar with Vincent Ortega. Not sure if you're aware of him, but he's a self-made internet marketer. He did really amazing, and one of the fastest internet marketing stories there are out there. And he had a man, Mark, on his seminar that I was listening to. Now, Mark was talking about in the early days before he had made all of his money with internet marketing. And in those early days, he was broke, his fridge was empty, his wife was pregnant, barefoot and pregnant, and broke, and no food. Perfect story of the most common broke situation there is. Just being poor and unhappy and just stuck in the situation you're in. So despite what he was thinking and despite all the negative thoughts, he decided to try something new. And what he did was put his hand on his head in the mirror, maybe on his forehead. I put it here because I feel like that's the main part. He looked in the mirror at himself and said, "I have a millionaire mind." Now, this may not feel natural. It may feel like you're saying something dumb. It may feel like you're lying to yourself. However, that thought right there turned his life around. He said that to himself every single day until he believed it with every ounce of his being. This didn't happen overnight. He didn't instantly believe it. He didn't say it for a couple days and say, oh yeah, I have a millionaire mind. There was a learning curve. There was definitely a point that he thought to himself, this is dumb, why am I doing this, do I really have a millionaire mind? But he was persistent and consistent. Two really main things that it takes if you're trying to reach success. And that really applies to being positive and putting out what you want to get. I have a perfect example of what I was doing today and what I've been doing for months now, which is putting a great mindset for me towards internet marketing and making money, is I pick favorite song. Mine is Enya Orinoco Flow. It's just, it makes me think wealth. It makes me think happiness, wealth, healthy, all those positive things. Sorry for that. And I put on my headphones, close my eyes, and just listen. Listen to that. Sail away, sail away, sail away. And I imagine myself on a really great speedboat. It's really big. Going across the water, standing on the tip of it with my arms out. And just thinking about the freedom I have with millions of dollars in my bank account. And just feeling the warmth of my family around me and the happiness and the wealth. And that's what you have to do. Get yourself in that mind frame of picturing yourself already where you want to be. Fill it with every ounce of your being. And it's not going to happen overnight, like I said. But you'll know it when you reach that point that you feel it. that you really feel the deep emotion of what it's like to experience something like being a millionaire. It takes practice, but once you feel it, once you really feel it in every ounce of your being, you know what it's like. And it's a lot easier to tell yourself that you can definitely do it, which you can. You can be a millionaire. You have a millionaire mind. You are successful. You are fantastic. You are healthy, wealthy, and happy, as am I. These are the things we need to tell ourselves whether we believe them or not. Because what we've been telling ourselves, what we do believe, is what's happening. A lot of people get sucked into the hole of negativity that they convince themselves that they don't have money, they're broke, they're unhealthy, they're unhappy, they have issues with their health, they have issues with their finances, their family has bad things going on. And they start focusing on it, thinking about it, ruminating on it. And those thoughts manifest into reality. Every successful person can tell you this. Abraham Lincoln, Bill Gates, Mark, Vincent Ortega. What it takes is believing it, teaching yourself to believe that you are worthy of success, you will have success, you're going to experience success. Not only as a future tense, but say it, convince yourself of it in the present tense. Do it for as long as it takes, day in and day out. Now Mark, the man I was telling you that coined the whole putting your hand on your head and saying I am a millionaire mind, he only did it for 15 seconds a day. That's it, 15 seconds a day. Now that's not the only thing he did, don't get me wrong, there's work that goes along with it, but just daily consistency is what I'm saying. Is you add that with your regular daily consistency, you're going to get some fantastic results. So I had an example today of someone that was kind of resisting the positivity. I posted a quote by Jordan Belfort that he said, the only thing that's standing in the way of your success is the bullshit story that you keep on telling yourself as to why you can't get it. Right there. He made $49 million on the year that he turned 26. $3 million short of making $1 million a week. Now this is a man that knows. This is a man that realized the power of attraction. What you put out, you bring in. Now he stopped telling himself that bullshit story of why he couldn't succeed. And instead he told himself every reason why he could, why he will, and why he can. And he ended up making, like I said, $49 million on the year that he turned 26, which is fantastic. I don't know about you, but that'd be pretty incredible. I could live with that. I think I'd be cool with that. So I posted this quote. I got, I think it was something like 78 likes, no comments, several shares, and then my, I won't tell you who she is actually, keep that confidential. She commented and said, Jordan Belfort is a piece of shit. So that's where you're going to go with positivity. That's what I'm saying, is it's really easy to get carried away with thinking negatively, and a lot of us do it. I've done it. We all do it. It's just human nature. It's just your mind gets stuck on something and it won't let go. The problem is only 1% of us let our mind get stuck on success, wealth, and huge amounts of positivity, and that 1% is the 1% that's running the country that are millionaires and billionaires. Now the rest of us have a problem, maybe I shouldn't say problem, but maybe a tendency to get stuck on the negative side, to not want to see things particularly positive. And it takes a mindset change. I actually have a challenge that I was going to tell everybody about. It's a 24-hour challenge that I've been doing, and sorry, I'm realizing I look really exhausted. I don't look as positive as I'm talking, but it's like midnight, 1 in the morning, and I've been up since 6 a.m. I'm pretty tired. But there's a challenge that was put out that I've been trying the last 24 hours, and it's really helped me let go of some things, to not be so attached to when people say something negative, not to ruminate on it. and just let it go. Because it's not just about talking about negative things, but thinking about them. You don't want to do that either. So for 24 hours, I've been trying to be extremely aware of my thoughts and what I'm thinking. And when I catch myself thinking a negative thought, which, you know, they enter your mind. It happens frequently. Come on, let's be honest. Instead I push it away, and out loud I replace that negative thought. Like maybe instead of thinking in my head, oh, I'm tired, I'm exhausted, I say out loud, I feel fantastic. I'm energized, I am healthy, I am happy, and I am wealthy. And I am ready to go to bed and have some dreams about some amazing times and wake up and do this all again tomorrow, because that's what it's all about, baby. So that's what I've been doing for 24 hours, is just a challenge on top of the Jordan Belfort quote thing that I mentioned. That's been my last day of information to hand off to you guys. And since I've been doing this challenge since this morning when I woke up all day, I've been on top of my thinking, trying to avoid these negative thoughts, and I can already tell there's a turnaround. Like, I may be bringing up the negative comment on the Jordan Belfort thing that a person said he was a piece of shit. But I'm using that as an example to show you how easy it is to get carried away with that. And where you can start is with the 24-hour challenge. That for 24 hours, or you can even do it for 48 if it's working for you, just to test it out. Don't let a negative thought take over your mind. Stop it, turn it off, and say something positive out loud. Replace that negativity. And you're going to find after just one day of it, you're going to start thinking all the negative people, all the things, and be like, I don't need that. I really don't. It's really about being positive. It's really about being happy, and that's ultimately what's going to make you get everything that you want to get, whether it be something like owning your own home-based business, or owning a storefront, or not even business-wise, just health-wise, family-wise, anything. You can get it from being positive, putting it out there into the universe that I want it, I deserve it, I can have it, and I will get it. I hope some of you took something away from this video. I took something away from the lessons that I've learned today. I feel better for this day. I feel better. That same video actually that I learned the hand. I have a millionaire mind, which I've also been doing throughout the day. Lost my train of thought. Sorry, I'm tired. Vincent Ortega, something about him. Never mind. Stay positive. It's late. I'm going to bed. Time to get some rest so I can give you guys some more great information tomorrow. But if you want to, try this 24-hour challenge. Try to stop and block out and put a kibosh on those negative thoughts and say something positive. Positive, positive, positive. I know it sounds corny, but smile. Release those happy chemicals in your brain. Don't let anybody rain on your parade. And you know what? If they start to say negative comments on your Facebook or any social platform or text, stop talking to them. Delete their text, delete their comments, or even delete them. Because nobody needs that negativity. If you're going to be successful, then you want as many successful people that are happy and positive on your side. Because you know what? Everybody that's successful knows they have to be positive. There's no other ulterior, nothing else that you can do. You have to be positive. You don't meet successful people that are negative. So keep that positivity in your circle. Be happy, be healthy, and be wealthy. And have a great night. Good night, everyone.